Okay. Boy, do I have a lot to say about this game. Boy, do I have a lot to say about this game. I am not going to lie. I was super excited to watch this game. Damn, today is awesome. We got 2 great games. Game of Thrones in a few hours. I am lit. Okay, let's just get this game started because I have so much to talk about. First thing that I wanted to say. Before this game even started, they were showing in the Celtics game that Klay Thompson might not play. They showed that he wasn't dressed. He still had on his normal clothes. They said he might not play, right? And they said Curry's got an injured ankle, but he's going to try and play. So I went into this very happy. I thought Thompson wasn't going to play in the game at all. I thought Thompson wasn't going to play in the game at all. I knew Curry wasn't going to be 100%. So I'm like, all they really got to do is beat Durant at home. I got happy. And then I seen that Thompson came out and played. And by the way, I also want to give a quick shout out to Thompson for coming out and doing that, man. Because being injured like he was, Thompson has never missed a playoff game. He's played all 109 games. He's never missed one. But to come out here and be injured, him and Curry to come out here and not be at 100%, be out here playing at 60, 70, whatever percent you want to call it, and play the whole game. I gotta give him a little bit of props. See, that's something that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't watched the game. I would have assumed that Thompson and Curry, as I'm sure I have in a lot of videos before, I would assume they were 100%, but really that they're not. And knowing that they're not changes everything. So anyways. So let's hop into this game. Coming out the gate, Draymond, honestly, really all playoffs. I heard they said Draymond Green lost 20 pounds since All-Star break. He tried to slim down and get in better shape. And I don't know if that did anything other than help his confidence, but I mean, Draymond, he's not good. He's not going to give you 20 consistently, but in the playoffs this year, he hasn't been playing dirty, and he's been getting buckets. I don't really have any trash talk to say about Draymond Green right now. I gotta be honest. Like he's, you know what I'm saying? He's been, I can't. It's hard. He's making it hard to talk trash about it. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Okay, yeah, I'm still going. All right. Eric Gordon was amazing in this game, and he won't be as amazing in this game as he was in every game. He won't be. He won't be as amazing in every game like he was in this game. I think for sure he played the best in this game on the Rockets, without a doubt. He played the best. For those of you who didn't see the game live, he played the best. For those of you who didn't see the game live, Durant won him this by himself. He put the team on his backpack. Draymond did a little bit. But this was Durant willpowering winning him this game, which is what I'm assuming he did in the other 2 games when he dropped 50 as well. Durant has just been single-handedly winning them these games. He's just been single-handedly winning them these games. And he didn't have a good first quarter at all. But you could just tell that he was trying to drop 50 though. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just tell. Even though he finished with 35, but he didn't have a first quarter. But in the first quarter, he still probably took about 6, 7, 8 shots. Only made like 1 or 2. He was damn near calling for the ball every possession. Like you could tell that he was really trying to take over. You could tell. And that's what he did. Chris Paul had no points in the first half. Not in the first half, in the first quarter. Excuse me. Chris Paul didn't score a single point in the first quarter. He got a few buckets in the second quarter. You know what I mean? Not a lot of buckets. I think he probably had like 6 points in the second quarter, something like that. So now let's get into it. First, let's talk about Chris Paul. Okay, first let me say this. This was a very important game for the Rockets to win. I feel like because the Rockets didn't win this game, they're going to lose the series. I really do. Because I feel like this was the easiest game for the Rockets to win in Golden State. I don't know if they'll get an easier game to win in Golden State. Golden State had lost their last 2 home games to the Clippers. Curry and Thompson are both obviously only like 60-70% out there. Maybe you want to call them 80%. They're not at 100%. You know what I'm saying? All you really had to do was beat Durant. Even though they're playing, you really only had to beat Durant. And because they lost this, I feel like they're going to for sure lose the series. Like, this was a big game. If they would have pulled this out, I feel like they could have maybe had a chance of winning the series. But because they didn't pull this out, man, it's not looking too good. All right, so now let's talk about the players. Chris Paul has to play more aggressive than he scored 20 points ish. He had like 16, 18. He had around 20 points, but it wasn't an aggressive 20 points. It wasn't an aggressive. There was a lot of times they gave him the ball and he was passing it. I get he's a point guard, but he has to play more aggressive. He has to play more aggressive. Chris Paul, you gotta play more aggressive, bro. How many years are you gonna, you cannot win in the playoffs doing this non-aggressive, you're not gonna win like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win like that. Chris Paul was not playing aggressive enough at all, in my opinion. And to me, Harden's performance wasn't impressive. Harden had 30-something, but I wasn't impressed. To me, it was no different than the games that y'all love to hate on Russell for. Harden went 4 for 16 from 3 in the first 2 or 3 quarters. 6 for 16 from the field. Literally, all he did was jack up 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3, and then 4 of them fell out of 16. And then he got a bunch of fouls. How is that a good performance from Harden? And no one's gonna say that. No one is gonna talk about it on Twitter because it's not cool to make fun of Harden like it's cool to make fun of Westbrook. But if Westbrook goes 4 for 16 from 3, y'all would be ripping. No, I gotta pause this because I really gotta make this point very clear. Because as you can see, I'm still very angry about the Russell Westbrook shit. If Russell Westbrook went 4 for 16 from 3 in a game, y'all would rip him a new asshole. Right or wrong? Let's be real here. Let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? If Russell does that, 4 for 16, y'all are going crazy. Oh, he's inefficient. Oh, he's shooting his team out the game. Oh, pass the ball. But then when Harden does it, nobody says nothing. Nobody got nothing to say, bro. Y'all are crazy, man. We all with this bandwagoning, with this following trends. I don't even know what it is. Y'all be killing me with this, bro. These trends that y'all be following be killing me, dog. If y'all gonna make fun of Russell for going 4 for 16, then make fun of Harden doing it too. Make fun of him doing it too. Because yeah, he had 20 points. He had 12 off of threes, even though he missed, you know what I'm saying, 12 threes to make those 4. He missed 12. Yeah, and then of course he's going to have 20 because he's flopping. He's the biggest flop in the NBA. He's the biggest flop in the NBA. Everybody wants to call LeBron the biggest flop because y'all love, again, it's just somebody y'all love to hate on. It's cool to say LeBron's a flopper. It's a trend to say LeBron is a flopper and all he does is flop. But really, if you really watch basketball, Harden is the biggest flopper in the NBA. And again, I'm not a Harden hater. I want the Rockets to win this. I don't like the Warriors at all. I hate them, as a matter of fact. I don't want the Warriors to win. The slogan has always been anybody, but let's call it what it is, bro. Let's call it what it is, bro. Harden flops on every single three-pointer he takes. Y'all seen the clips, y'all seen the end of the game. He be flopping crazy. And y'all don't say nothing. He come out here 4 for 6. Y'all don't say nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a Harden hater, but bro, let's call it what it is, man. Let's call it what it is, bro. Please, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Can we just be consistent? You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, always overshadowed by his brilliance on offense.
Anyways, this was a very sloppy game for both teams. I feel like Harden can play a lot better than he played, even though he had 30-something points. That's just because he was ball hogging his ass off. But Harden can play a lot better than this. He won't always go 4 for 16 from 3. There'll be some games he'll go 10 for 16, 12 for 16, and he'll have 50. You know what I'm saying? So he can play a lot better than he played in this game. But they're not going to win. The Rockets are not going to win, man. Chris Paul is never going to really play as aggressive as he needs to. He's going to have decent stats, just like Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? But it's not what you need to win. It's not aggressive enough. He doesn't play aggressive enough. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't. Yeah, it's not aggressive enough. Chris Paul doesn't play aggressive enough. PJ Tucker did pretty good, even though he didn't score any points really. He did a good job. That shot by Durant is absolutely insane. That's the most unguardable shot in the NBA, by the way. I probably shouldn't have said that because Durant's watching this video, but he probably knows that. But Durant, when he's taking moving shots, he's on another level. And that, when he kicks his leg up, that is the most unblockable, you know what I'm saying? That is the most unblockable shot in the NBA, I feel like. Honestly, truthfully. I didn't like this small ball lineup they were doing. They didn't play Capella that much. They had House Jr. or Shelford as the biggest dude in the game a lot. See, when the Warriors play small ball, they're really playing it because Draymond is really a big man. He's just a small big man. They're not really playing small ball. It's not really a small dude. You know what I'm saying? And there's Chris Paul picking up his technicals. Chris Paul was getting hit. He was getting hit, but because he's not a flopper and he doesn't roll down on the ground like Curry and Harden be doing, they're not as inclined to give you the foul. That's what the NBA is now. If you're not rolling around and falling down on the ground, doing a hot drop and roll every time you get brushed on the arm like Harden does every single goddamn play, they're not going to want to give you the foul, even if it is one. Which is crazy, but that's what it is.
Lost control.
But yeah, I just really wanted the Rockets to squeeze this one out and they couldn't do it. This is about as bad as Curry's going to play. It's about as bad as Thompson's going to play. This was a really sloppy game all around on both sides.
Durant will crossover, tries it again. Nene stays with him, keeps his
That's pretty good defense.
Offensive rebound. To stay in the game and play with fouls. That's a good point. I'd have to trust him. But right now, I can also hide him defending PJ Tucker. But they're just going to put him in pick and roll.
I just don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough on the offensive side. I don't think the Rockets have enough on the offensive side. I think they just have Harden. Eric Gordon is all right, but he's not going to play as good as he did every game like he did in this one. This is as good as he's going to play. You know what I mean? I don't know if he might have one more game where he plays like this. Again, unblockable. Like, what is that? How are you supposed to guard that? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they got enough offense. Harden has to drop 50 points every game, and it can't be an inefficient 50. It can't be one of these type of games. It's got to be efficient. Like he can't be missing as much as he be missing in this game. I should say it's got to be a lot less misses. Yeah, nah, they're not gonna win. The Rockets are not gonna win this. They won't win. This shit's over. This shit's over. This series is over. I'll say it'll go 4-1, 4-1, maybe 4-2. I don't think they'll push him 7 games. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if the Rockets push him 7 games. I would love to see that, but I don't see that happening. I see this 4-1, 4-2. After watching this first game live, watching the whole thing, yeah. I see this 4-1, 4-2 for sure.
Shoots over Harden. Won't go. Offensive rebound, Draymond Green. And the shot clock reset to 4.
Hey, I never say it out loud because I'm the biggest LeBron fan you can find, but Durant is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. This is a good day. This is a good day. Look at Curry, ugly ass.
5-point game. Harden to the basket, lays it up, and banks it home with a foul. And Thompson picks up.
Thompson didn't like the call. Might not have really been a foul. Who knows? That nigga falls down on every single layup is a flop with him. Every single one. And I'm not even trying to talk trash. That's what it is. Every single one, bro. That was a big shot. That was a big shot. That was a big shot. And then the Rockets still had a chance here. For y'all that didn't see the game live, check this out. Rockets still had a chance to win. Still somehow had a chance to win. And couldn't do it.
Just over 24 seconds remaining. Harden drives, gets inside, and throws it down. Quick bucket.
3-point game.
And that cuts it to 3 with 21.
And now they're going to choke. They choke this inbounds.
Durant, Curry, Green, and Thompson. Durant catches. Chris Paul waiting for the double team. Ball stolen.
See, now they got to slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit.
Shot clock off.
Slow down a little bit.
Puts up a 3.
Slow down a little bit. But maybe they wanted to try and get 2 possessions, and then he went out. I don't think that was a foul. Chris Paul was complaining about a foul. On replay, it didn't look like a foul to me. Nah. I don't think Zemo's going to show it again.
Chris Paul with his second technical, which is automatic ejection, yelling at Josh Timmon.
But yeah, I don't think it was a foul.
And the Rockets think Harden got fouled on his initial 3-point shot.
Yeah. Nah, Harden didn't get fouled on the initial 3-point shot. Zemo didn't give us the replays. But there was a lot of people trying to say Harden got fouled. Nah, he didn't. He never touched him. He flopped. He flopped. There wasn't a foul on Klay Thompson against Chris Paul. No, it wasn't a foul. And I want the Rockets to win. If it was genuinely a foul, I would have said it, because I don't want the Warriors to win. But it wasn't, man. It wasn't. So I think I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say. I don't know. There's probably some stuff that I didn't say that I'm forgetting. But it's just so much to try and talk about. It's hard to remember everything. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, man. Again, Harden at 35. It's about the most unimpressive 35 I've seen. I've seen y'all literally slander Russell Westbrook for the same performance. So I just want to know where the correlation is. Like, where's the consistency? You know what I'm saying? Because if Russell goes 4 for 16, I don't need to say it again. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to repeat myself. Like, I'm just trying to understand. How we're gauging this. But yeah, the Rockets won't win this series. They could get 4-0'd. They'll probably get 4-1'd. And they maybe will get 4-2'd. And if they're super, super lucky, they'll get 4-3'd. But I don't think they have enough on the offensive side. And they used to have a Ba Mute too. So they had 2 lockdown defenders, him and Tucker. Now they only have Tucker. Yeah. I don't think they have enough offense. Harden scoring 50 won't be enough to win him the series, because he'll probably only do that 1 or 2 games this series. Chris Paul has to play aggressive, and he won't play aggressive. He's going to play like this every single game. Y'all know it and I know it. This is Chris Paul. This is who he is. You know what I'm saying? This is what he brings to the table. And it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Chris Paul will never win a championship because he won't play aggressive. He's got to play more aggressive than this. Every single game, you got to play more aggressive. How is Aaron Gordon playing so much more aggressive than you? There were times when Aaron Gordon was taking it on 2 people out of a fast break, or as soon as they bring the ball down court, and I'm like, whoa, are you sure about that, Gordon? And he was making it. And even if he wasn't, it's that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul, you got to do that, bro. You got to stop. You playing too much in the flow of the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, LeBron does that during the regular season. He does that flow in the game shit. But in the playoffs, he turns it up. And he does whatever he needs to do. You got to do whatever you need to do, man. Anyways, that's going to do it. You guys can leave all your comments below. I'm sure I gave you guys a lot to leave comments on. You can let me know if you prefer these. I've been asking this in all the videos today, just because I never usually watch the games, but I did today. If you like it, if I watch it more and talk about it or don't. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it. Goddamn, this was a long video because I know I paused it and ranted about Harden for like 2 minutes. That was funny. Anyways, I'm out of here. You guys have a great Sunday. Let's start off our week tomorrow, Monday. Let's get shit done. I'm about to call this goddamn clothing company, and my clothes better be fucking ready on Monday or Tuesday, or I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Because I've been waiting like 3 weeks for this shit, and I'm losing my mind doing all this goddamn waiting. It's actually driving me crazy. Every time I think about it, I get angry. You feel me getting angry? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's all go out there and make this week productive as possible. Game of Thrones tonight. What else needs to be said, man? I'm out of here.